Hello, my wonderful people. This is going to be your weekly reading for August 12th through 18th. I hope you're doing amazing this month. So this is your astrology. Of course, you can zip through this if you're not interested and go straight to the reading for your specific sign. But we're just going to talk about what's going on. So we still have the retrogrades. Things are changing. You're changing. You're evolving. This is a time where there's a lot of confusion, as we've talked about before. And you're just kind of shifting through and building for your future life. Okay, so that's what all the retrogrades really are about in a nutshell. We have Mars in retrograde this week. We have nothing new coming in. This is like old energy. Okay, so so yes, Mars is still in retrograde until the end of the month. Sorry, I got distracted. But this time, this week is about trying new things. You're changing your life habits, but more in a way where so you can experience new things or see if things work. You're taking a little bit more of risks, okay? So you may also be going out more or doing things with others when you've been staying in, or doing a lot of mental contemplation, and you're starting to be more expressive socially, okay, this week. Mercury in retrograde. So Mercury is still in retrograde, and you're still clarifying your life, okay? I feel as though, and this is the same that goes for last week, you're taking your expectations of people and lowering them, and even situations, so you can see them almost for what they are, okay? Instead of putting things on high pedestals, you're allowing things to have that like a fail margin, so you can still experience life and experience what it is that you should get from people and situations, instead of thinking, oh, this is just stupid, there's no point, you know, and giving things a chance. That's the best way for me to explain it. So your Uranus is also retrograde this week, and it opens you up for good financial situations, but mostly on things that you're currently doing, okay? So it's not like things being dropped out of the sky for you. It's things that you're working on, things that you're influencing, whether it be by manifestation or physical hand, like putting more effort into work, classes, projects, things like that. But they are going to come into fruition more and more towards the end of the month, okay? So the next thing I'm going to do is pull 3 cards and get a little bit of intuitive messages this week. This week there aren't really any new transits, so it's almost like the same energy from last week, okay? So we have the 2 of Wands, the base chakra, and the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Like I said, there are going to be opportunities that you are going to be able to get into this week. So look out for those. They're going to help grow you. Be careful about thinking too hard about things. This is a good time for you to just step into situations, and I feel like they're going to work out really well. I mean, be careful about what it is that you do. I'm not saying to just jump in and be crazy and not think about things, but it's a good time to take risks based on what it is that you have already tried to build. Like, don't just take a risk out of the blue. If there's an opportunity, I feel as though you should step out and try to take it. You are definitely going to be building some foundations towards your stability, cars, home, careers, stability within your life. You are going to be taking steps towards that this week. Now, I feel like there are going to be some issues with money, or issues with giving to certain things, but that's something that you're going to have to get through yourself. If you want to produce the things that you want to produce, you're going to have to put that time and effort in. All right. That's just something to keep in mind. Okay. Don't mismanage your money. Don't mismanage your situation. Don't put yourself in any kind of debt that is unnecessary this week. Okay. So moving on to your reading, I will see you next week. Hello, Sagittarius. This is your daily reading for August 12th through 18th. I hope you're doing amazing. And while I'm shuffling cards, this is just a reminder that I do personal readings. And if you want to get in touch with me, you can go to this website there, or you can click the link in the description box below. So let's see what Spirit it has for you for the week, this week. All right. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Hermit. We have the Page of Swords. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse, and the Chariot. Very, very interesting, Sagittarius, because I feel like with the Chariot, things are moving fast. I get the feeling, though, that either you or another person is taking a risk to start something, okay? I feel like they have a new understanding or a new direction that they feel like they want to go in, okay? With the 5 of Pentacles being in reverse, this is a healing card. So either you're healing from something from the past, or this is past energy or someone that you're dealing with now that you may have had some issues with, okay? And it's trying to resolve itself in a way, okay? The 7 of Wands, it means that there is fight, okay? There's strength behind it. There's direction. Somebody wants something to happen, whether that's you or them. I'm thinking them. I'm seeing more, I don't know. It's interesting because it feels like they see something. There's something that was already there, and they're putting that energy behind it to grow it into something bigger. But they need to heal an issue that they were having with you, or maybe in their own life before, okay? I do feel like you're putting a lot of thought into it, okay? About what it is that you want to do, because you don't want to be manipulated. You don't want to be hurt. You don't want to be put in a position that is not going to be good for you. So you're really processing it this week. You may even take some time apart from the situation so you can think. I'm seeing you getting advice from at least one other person about what it is that you should do. And this feels like an air sign person, or someone who is like an air sign in the way that they're very logical, okay? You want someone to give you more logical and not emotionally based advice. All right. I do see there being a message with the Page of Swords. It talks about communication. So there is a brief message or communication, not a real heavy conversation. I don't feel that you don't see things moving forward. Okay. I feel like you don't see things moving forward, not to say that they won't move forward, especially with the King of Wands being in reverse. It just means that you want to be assured that your emotions are going in the right place. They're telling me to pull another card. Yeah, there it is. This is the 5 of Swords in reverse, by the way. Okay, so So it's just telling me that you want to make sure that everything's going in the proper direction that it should be going in. You don't want to have to keep going through the same things over and over again. You don't want to have to make sure that, you know, you're walking on eggshells and things like that. There needs to be some repair before you can get here. And it feels to me more like someone has to prove. But with the Chariot, I do feel like things are moving forward, and I do feel like you're going to take the risk, Sagittarius. Okay, so you have the Ace of Cups in reverse, and you have the Hangman. This is good, because the Ace of Cups in reverse is like, you don't want to take this opportunity for love and run with it without proper knowledge, without feeling that someone is telling you the truth. You don't want to open up your heart to something, to have it I wanted to say pooped upon, but that's what it's like, you know. And you know, you don't want to open yourself up and be rejected after you had to heal yourself. That's not fun, and that's not something that you want. And I feel like you're standing by what you believe in your whole heart, okay? And that's good to me. So the Hangman just means that you're trying to look at a different perspective. I feel like you're going to open up communication just to see where their mind is at, where this situation is leading, before you make any moves. But things are going to continue to move forward. Okay. Oof, I feel like that was a lot. It wasn't, because it was an average of 6 minutes, but oh, flew right out. Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. And that is true. You are on no one else's time clock but your own. Okay. And that's something to remember. You don't answer to anyone but yourself, Sagittarius. Okay. So you have the power to do whatever it is that you want. All right. And that's why the Hangman is there. If you need time to think and you need to take a pause and you don't want to jump into anything, you have the right to do so. And that's something that you have to remember. You don't want to go back into a cycle of the same thing and not have a proper direction. You're smart. Ooh, excuse me. I'm sorry, I was drinking coffee. You're smarter. And you're more in command of your life. You've become more mature, you know. And you're not going to let that be dampened by one tryst in the sheets or an infatuation moment, right? So thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next week. I love you very much. Love and light. Bye-bye.